Welcome to BOGZ Studio. Today we are continuing in the letter series, moving on to the letter F, and the plan at least this point in the day, the plan is to do two letter forms that overlap one another, and where that overlap happens we'll have some kind of a blend between the colors. And I'm considering the RGB color spectrum. Light blends differently than pigment. We'll see if that's the direction it ends up going. I may change my mind between now and then. So I guess let's go ahead and get started with the letter forms themselves. We'll do first lines and start some fills. We'll see what we have for paints to work with and what kind of blends we might be able to make. So I think I'll use this as cyan. Let's see, yellow, obviously. Go with yellow. Ooh, and then got just barely any of this pink paint there. I don't know, that would probably be my first choice, but let's go. We can go pink Cadillac. There's a little bit more in this one. Yeah, we got two Cadillacs here, so we'll do this. This will be our combo. Okay, so with light, there is a direct correlation between the CMYK color space and the RGB color space. So when you're working digitally, typically you work RGB on screen, and then as you prepare for print, you would be then converting, depending on your profile, to CMYK. So when you make adjustments to any of the colors, there's a wheel color chart, and across from the color you are changing is, so for example, blue is directly related to yellow. So when you pull blue into an image, you pull yellow out. And so cyan and magenta, when they overlap one another, will create a blue. Cyan and yellow, when they overlap one another, or where they connect up, we'll see green. And then the magenta and yellow, and again, these aren't exact colors, they're just close for our purposes here. So where the the yellow and magenta overlap one another, we're going to go red. I just stopped to explain that to get it right in my head before we move on with this, but that'll be the next steps. I think we've got each of the individuals blocked out. May go back in with another coat on the yellow. It's not covering that chrome or that aluminum quite as well as I'd like, because that's a pretty high gloss surface. So idea is laid out, it's kind of working. Definitely could use some cleanup. I think with a less busy background, that would benefit the overall idea. So I might just block in some flat color in there. And then I'm thinking what I might want to do is have one of these letter forms sort of stand out from the others. And so I might do an outline around maybe the script F. I don't know. We'll see. See how that comes together. So. got the three letters overlapping one another. Could be a little bit tighter. If this were going live in the wild, and especially if it was something that is being paid for, probably spend some time masking as opposed to just like freehanding the edges. We'd get like a little bit more precise lineage and things like that. I included the stroke on the script F to make it stand out a little bit more, make it a little bit more visible, so that way instead of just a kind of ambiguous bunch of shapes, hopefully the letter form reads a little bit more. I did throw a little bit of a shadow, just sort of abstracted into those background areas just on the the script. If I really wanted to, I could drop some like orange in here and then some darker like maroon to continue that shadow over these other letter forms. But for now, I think this is the result that I am happy with, satisfied with. So we've got our black, our white, we've got Lenore, that lighter value that was the background, and then I think Edgar is the name of that darker tone. We've got the pink Cadillac, Power Red, Cool Cologne, I think, and then Power Blue. We've got that dumpster green and a yellow tone there. Alright, well thank you for hanging out here at BOGZ Studio. The BOGZILLA Studio Sessions will continue. We've got more to come in the letter series. Obviously we're kind of close to the beginning of the alphabet here. So subscribe, like, share, comment, all those things. Have a lovely day and make cool stuff.